Welcome to beautiful St. George in southwestern Utah, home to the 2021 Intermountain Healthcare Ironman World Championship presented by Utah Sports Commission. For the first time ever, the Ironman World Championship will be held outside of Hawaii, and no better place to host this World Championship than St. George, known as the land of endurance.
On today's episode, we feature an international group of pros that are here to contend for the top step of the podium. Kat Matthews, Lionel Sanders, Ruth Astle, and 2014 Ironman World Champion Sebastian Keenan. We'll also meet Judy Stowers, who discusses what it takes to produce this world-class event.
We're gonna be here all week, showing you behind the scenes what the athletes are up to. So let's get right to it.
Sebi, it's been 900 days since your last Ironman World Championship.
Wow, somebody's counting that. A lot of things have changed since then, I would say. Unfortunately, I didn't got that much faster.
You're a father now. Does that ever go through your head when you're racing now?
Yes, it does. It gives you another reason to go absolutely all out. But then on the other hand, it's definitely also influencing the way you're taking risks. I loved the idea to have the World Championship here. Better to have 2 World Championships this year than to have just one chance. And I mean, especially in my last year where I'm gonna race a World Championship, this is great, and I think this is a perfect place, and it's gonna will be an amazing race.
A lot of the talk is just Norwegian.
For a reason, I would say.
Do you feel like that you have a chance to give them a run for their money?
It's gonna be very, very tough. You know, I think everybody was really looking forward to this clash of the Germans who dominated the sport since 2014. Then we have the 2 North Americans with Lionel and Sam, and the 2 Norwegian guys. Unfortunately, I'm the only German left. It's definitely a different thing, you know, there's more pressure. Especially this course definitely requires a little bit of experience, in my opinion. We'll see who actually makes the start line and who is fit at the start line, and then we'll see who is still there with 10K to go into the run. The athletes make the race hard, not the course. Every course has its specific challenges. Of course, this course gives you a lot of opportunities to wreck your engine by just going very hard on the hills. But that's always in your own hands, and I wouldn't count myself out, you know.
For me, it's the World Champs. I don't care about the location. It's just another race for me. But obviously with a better field, so racing against the best. I actually think that's where people go wrong, is that they try and do something a little bit different or fancy. And I am so excited about the bike course. It's not just like a time trialing, you know, like get your head down, time trial, tactics of pacing. I don't like that element of it. So I love this course because it's like hills, corners, terrain, tactics of pushing power and like actually attacking the climbs and getting aero on the descents, and yeah, I'm really excited about that. But the run, I think I ran half of it yesterday and oh my goodness. The team, it's always about the team. So obviously my biggest supporter is my husband Mark.
Supporter, helper, assistant, yeah, whatever we want to call it. I mean, husband is also the word I go with too, and people are talking about her as a genuine contender. She's taking it fine. I think she tries to avoid it herself more than anything. Like, she tries to downplay her chances so that she won't fail to meet her expectations. And I think she tries to avoid the pressure by just making performance goals rather than outcome goals. This whole fast rise thing is something that people keep talking about. You know, like, she's pushed 10% more power each year. She's running 10% faster, and people think there's like a secret strategy for this. She doesn't train more than 20 hours a week. It's just basic consistency. So I think what maybe is misunderstood about Kat is that there's some secret sauce. Everyone wants a quick fix. It's the same stuff that every age grouper should be doing. Just do the basics.
Some people expect nothing and some people expect everything. So it's really up to me whether I choose to take on that pressure of, of actually thinking I can win, or just being like, it's my first one, I'm going to see how it goes, I'm going to, not be very outspoken about it. But my performances over the last 6 months have just, 18 months, I've just got better and better. So I've got the realism that I can actually be a real contender.
I'm feeling very excited. I've been doing this a while now. I've walked Kona, I've led Kona. We're not headed to Kona, but it is World Champs. And I'm excited to just get back to that level of racing. I mean, I've been all over the place during my career. Oftentimes, I believe it was just trying to reinvent the wheel. I led the run in Kona for approximately 20 miles, and it was my race to lose, and I lost. I think I got things back on track now. I have a coach who's keeping me on track, keeping me accountable. And I also just have grown mentally and physically. And what I have to offer is I do have a lot of experience now. Yeah, I'm coached by Mikael Eden, Gustav Eden's brother. Gustav's the one who suggested that he coach me. And I think that's pretty cool when your competitor says, hey, I think you could be better. And I think you should work with a guy who I think is one of the best in the business because he will make you better. I mean, that's a testament to the type of sportsman Gustav is.
Talk to us about what it's like as a new beginning to have a world championship outside of Kona.
Well, I absolutely love St. George. I also absolutely love Kona. So I think it's great that we're able to get back to having all the best guys come together for a world title, with a world title on the line. I'm very happy for that. And if there was any place outside of Kona that we were going to do this and contend for this, St. George would be the place. The terrain is hard, challenging, but it's also beautiful. I've missed that, I think. I've missed just everyone on the day. Today's the day. What do you have? No excuses on the other side. Show us what you have. Show us where you stand.
If you won on Saturday, would you be satisfied?
I believe Christian and Gustav are the best in the world at long distance right now. So yes, I do. Jan is not here, and I agree with that. But to win over Christian and Gustav, I believe you get to be crowned the true world champ, because I do believe they are the best in the world at long distance triathlon right now.
I'm really excited about this course. I quite like the fact that we've got somewhere different, and it's like a course that no one's done, so no one's got that advantage, which as a new pro coming in feels quite nice. And yeah, it's nice to come and explore different parts of the world.
And what about the weather here? Quite warm, eh?
Yeah, I think I'm generally pretty good in the heat. I've been doing specific heat training. I actually think it's not going to feel that hot until we get onto the run. It's like a very different heat here. It's like dry heat, so even when it's hot, it's kind of, you almost don't feel quite as hot because you can sweat properly, whereas in the humidity you don't. Making sure you're staying cool, especially if it gets really hot on the run, and just knowing, basically with an Ironman, I think especially with the World Champs, it's basically that last 10k. Like if you're still feeling quite good by that point, you're probably going to be running some people down, so it's kind of trying to save it all for that and being patient. No, other than that, it's generally just keep the head down, keep focused.
On race day, it all comes down to what?
The last 10k.
We're here in St. George. It's a beautiful day. We have been working all week to get things set up. The overall energy here in St. George is super high. The community is excited to have the race here. We have over 4,000 volunteers who have registered to help us with the event. And just that excitement is building and building. So every day something else gets installed. I think that this experience is something that athletes are going to remember for a long time. From the time that they get to St. George, whether they're driving or flying into this amazing place with the beauty everywhere around us, just the views everywhere that you look are really super incredible. The variance of what you see in terms of the beauty here is second to none. We have over 650,000 items that we pull together to put off this event. That includes 3,600 bike racks, 137,000 bottles of water, 114 tons of ice for you out on the course, and all of the other items that you'll experience and encounter here throughout race week. With all of our staff that are coming, we wanted to make sure that everybody knew the lay of the land. So we're taking our staff on tours around town, showing them the venues, making sure that they get out to the lake to see Sand Hollow, and that overall experience of being part of this World Championship experience. Each day, we will meet with our staff as a whole to help dial in the details of what's happening throughout the venue. Also, we meet with our leads throughout the day to make sure that the pieces of the event that we need to be happening as we progress through the week are on task and on time so that we are ready for an on-time start on race day.
We'll be back tomorrow with more behind-the-scenes action with our top pros, as well as coverage of race week festivities like the Parade of Athletes. But don't forget to mark your calendars for this Saturday, 5:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, where we will have live coverage of this amazing race. I'm Matt Lieto, and we'll see you tomorrow.